Alright, getting a little bit later start than what I would have liked. It's just one of those days where everything seems to go wrong. Really, only 2 or 3 things have gone wrong, but I gotta embellish it a little bit so I can tweet about it, tell everyone how bad my day was, and then hopefully someone will ask me what's wrong. Of course, I'm gonna respond with, I don't wanna talk about it. Then tomorrow, I can send out a very empowering text, #LifeGoesOn. So moving on from, so you guys give me a hard time for not being very active on social media, which I realize, hold on, I apologize for that, but don't sleep on me. I know what's going on in the social media world, I don't know. So we are gonna make some mashed potatoes, and spoiler alert, I've already made them because I heard that if you reheat them, they taste better than if you just eat them fresh, and that is a complete lie. If you know me, you know why I already made them. So leave it in the comments below.
With slow grinding, baby, grind on me. Relax your mind, take it.
You'll win somehow, so give up on the battle, baby. It's hard, I know.
Hot off money and love, it just don't mean a thing. That's why I'm leaving. That's why I'm leaving. Yo, now everybody knows this girl is famous for her stunts. She never waits in line at the club, cause she always gets the jump. Instead of having a soul, she relies on the soul inside of her palms. Party all night, fall asleep at breakfast, wasted just to wake up way past lunch. Come on. Sometimes I feel like lending you a hand. Come with me tonight, cause I'ma set you free tonight, girl. Cause yeah, she's fine like Blake Lively, but I can never make her wifey.
So I can already tell you that they're amazing. A little bit spicy, but that's what I wanted. I wanted some potatoes with a little bit of a kick. And I can't just show you regular mashed potatoes. That would be going against everything that I believe in. So now, I'm gonna grab something out of the refrigerator, and then refrigerator. I don't know why I say refrigerator, and I gotta reheat these potatoes. It's probably gonna take like 25 minutes. All those potatoes in there, and we're going to the grill now. Alright, so I'm gonna grill up this whole pound of chicken. This is actually my first meal of the day. It will also be my last. I wasn't completely lying when I said it's been one of those days, but it ain't that bad. So I guess now that grilling season is here, I can share some of my favorite seasonings with you guys. This Montreal steak seasoning. Yes, I know it says steak seasoning, but they just passed a law the other day. You can also use it on chicken, and I promise if you do, you will not be disappointed. So in case you didn't pick up on why I made the potatoes early, here's your one and only hint. So it's funny how us males are always trying to be, you know, super masculine, out on the grill, drinking a beer, lifting weights, shooting guns, all that good stuff, but I am not too proud to admit how many times I have been punked by an animal or an insect. This stupid bee, it's just flying around me, and it will be the only thing that can prevent me from eating this food. Alright, so the vegetable of the night is going to be corn. I think you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm essentially, so hot! As I was saying before I was so rudely scolded, I'm pretty much just making one of those KFC bowls, but it's just in a mixing bowl rather than one of those baby bowls that they give you. So, essentially just KFC on steroids.
It's just so good though.
Okay, my young grasshoppers, I know when the food gets off, you want to eat right away, you're hungry, I get it, but the best time to clean the grill is when it's still hot. So the excuse that I used to make is, well, I can't let my food get cold, so I'll just clean it after it cools down. It's not that big of a deal. Well, here's your solution. Isn't that earth-shattering? Now to clean it, we're just going to take a piece of aluminum foil and scrub it right off. See how nice and easy it comes off when it's hot? I'm telling you guys, I'm saving you right now. And the reason I started cleaning my grill with aluminum foil was because the rich homie at Lowe's that sold me the grill was telling me that if I use one of those brushes on my grates, it'll hurt them and I'll have to replace them earlier, something like that. It sounds like a bunch of marketing to me. I'm sure he is invested in the aluminum foil companies, something like that, but it kept me from buying something else, so I was cool with it. Alright, finally time to eat, and last tip for you guys. After we get done cleaning the grill, we do not have time to be sitting around cutting chicken with a knife. Oh. Finally time. I'm telling you, KFC does not have anything on this. Oh man, that was a lot more food than I thought it was. We'll get through it though. We got through one bowl. I thought I would just end the night with one more bowl, but this time it's going to be a green bowl, and there's 2 reasons for this. The first is because I've been getting a lot of comments. I want to say a lot, I would say a handful, maybe maybe since the time I've been on YouTube, maybe 10 comments about this. And I get a lot of interesting comments. Just today on my 10,000 calorie challenge video, someone commented saying, you know, run through this list of choice words he was calling me, which were probably true. And then at the end he says, you should eat glass. And I thought that was pretty good. I would eat glass, but it doesn't have the nutritional data, and God forbid I don't hit my macros precisely. But a lot of the comments I've been getting that I'm talking about have to do with me and smoking pot. And I just figured I would address this. I don't know what it is, because I smile, if it's because I have a big appetite, maybe it's because my eyes are red a lot because I have allergies. I don't know, but guys, I do not smoke pot. I've gotten these comments, and I mean, people are getting really specific, like, what kind of pot do you smoke, and like, when, and will it affect you? I don't know if it will affect you guys. I don't do it. I promise you. And if I did do it, I just wouldn't say anything at all. I would obviously not admit it, because that's not good for your career. It's illegal. But I would just omit it completely. But I can say, without doubt, no smoking any marijuana for me. If you want to do that, that is your choice. So the second reason I want to make this a green bowl is because, you know, you grow up and your parents tell you that everything green is good for you, and Big Sean did confirm that.
But early on, my mom taught me that everything green is good for me.
See what I'm saying? So let's get to it. Green, more green, and it's my rule, so I'll consider this green. So there we have it. This is the only bowl of green that I will be hitting. And I'm just interested to see how many people are going to comment and tell me that this is not actually green. Look, you find a more creative way to tell people you're not a pothead.
I'm going up. I got a lot to say, I don't hold my tongue, I just hold money. Don't hold me up, rolling the more green than a hole in one. You got more than me, the shit roll some.
You guys gotta try those mint Oreos, man. That was amazing. So that's gonna be the end of the food for the day. I did have the banana, apple, poverty milk, and puff wheat cereal earlier this morning, but other than that, that was all I had. So maybe I fell a little bit short on protein. I'm pretty sure that I was pretty close to everything that I needed for the day. But if not, I'll never know. So it will be cool. Let's see. Am I going to get through the night without any more of those Oreos? I can't make any promises there. Alright, so I'm glad we got that cleared up. I just wanted to set the record straight. And let me be clear, I do not care what you guys do out there. Your hobbies are your hobbies. Heck, look at me. I bring a camera into the gym, record myself, and put it on the internet. Who am I to judge anybody? But I just wanted to let you guys know, in case you were wondering, and you know it made a pretty cool video title. So we are going to get into the workout. So squat rep day. Yes, it is as bad as it sounds, and to date this was the hardest workout on the program. I know some of you out there are probably laughing at this. You're doing 6 reps and you're calling it high rep, because if you're out there training for hypertrophy, more than likely you're in the 8 to 12 rep range all the time, and 6 reps still seems low to you. But keep in mind, I am fat and out of shape. This kicked my butt, guys. I was winded, and it's only 3:15. I have gotten, I think, 335 possibly for 6 to 8 reps prior, but this is what I was working with on this day, and I felt it. I did think that I had some more in the tank, but I didn't want to push it too hard here, so 315 is where it stayed for all of the sets. Happy with how the form's looking. And the reason that this workout was so challenging was not only because of the competition squats, because after this you had to move on to front squats for 3 sets of 5 reps. And front squats are something that I've placed a lot of emphasis on lately, and I have gotten so much better at them. When I first started doing front squats, when I was probably my last year of graduate school, I could not do 135 pounds for 5 reps. So 225 for 5 is very good for me. Obviously, it's not perfect, but this is a drastic improvement. The one cue I want to pass along to you guys is, rather than focusing on keeping your elbows up, maybe try to just keep them in. So if you tuck them in as much as possible, it in turn helps you keep them up, at least from what I have found, and it helps you keep a tight upper back. So let me know if that makes sense, or if you guys try it out, let me know if it helps any of you out there. It's something that really helps me, just pushing them together as much as you can. And then after the front squats, I moved on to I believe some deficit deadlifts, some straight leg deadlifts. And by this time in the workout, I was just ready to cry and go home and eat a lot of food, which unfortunately I cannot do, because some of us have to work for a living, unfortunately. Actually, I'm not unfortunate, working's fun. But anyway, after this workout, I took an off day. And then I came back to the gym to do my bench speed day. And I don't want to waste too much time on these speed benches because you guys have seen this quite a few times now. I'm just using 185 pounds for 2 reps, and then I did, I think, 6 or 7 sets in total. So the primary focus of this day was overhead press. It was an overhead power day, and I do not know what my 1 rep max is for an overhead press. I don't think I've ever worked with anything under 6 reps on the OHP. So this was going to be some trial and error, and I knew that. So I started out, you know, I usually don't even warm up for OHP if I bench first, but I wanted to make sure I knew where I was going from the ground up. What does that even mean? I don't know what I'm talking about, but you guys will follow along with me here. So I jump up to 165 pounds, and you are going to see that this was just not going to happen. I got it for 1 rep, but I really wanted to hit the 4 sets of 3 reps. So this was a smart decision. I bumped it down to 155 pounds. And you're going to see that this was probably a pretty good working weight for me for 3 reps. And overall, I looked back at the footage after I finished, and I thought, you know, I probably have 160 pounds in me. And what you will see is probably one of the bigger grinders that you have ever seen on this channel. So the first rep was not too pretty. And then the second rep, in my opinion, looks pretty good. I mean, it had a pretty good amount of speed to it. And so this third rep, the form breaks down, I'm going to warn you. And I just do everything to get it up. And somehow, some way, it made it there.
With slow grinding, baby, grind on me. Relax your mind, take your time on me.
And I'm pretty happy about that. So 160 pounds for 3 reps seems to be my 3 rep max there. And I was very surprised that this 155 actually felt pretty good afterwards. I figured I'd be pretty fatigued by this point and it would be more of a struggle, but we got it done. And then Brandon had programmed to move in to Arnold press. Is this an Arnold press? I don't even know what that is, but this is boring. So I'm going to speed through it. And then finally, I finished up with some pec deck, which I've not done in quite a few months now. So that is going to be the majority of the workout, my friends, and it is going to be the end of the video. So you know what you get to do now. If you like the video, you can push the thumbs up button for me because that really helps me out a lot and I'd really appreciate that. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.